Pilgrims of hope.
Together in prayer.
Together in prayers.
Pilgrims of hope.
Nataka kusema asanti, then I'll speak for 5 minutes. And I just want to thank you. I want first to appreciate the students. Nikiona wanafunzi, I feel so good because najua tukiwa na wanafunzi, we have got hope for tomorrow. One of the best investments we can make as a people, not even Christians. One of the best investments we can make for our people is education. It is the only gift that you know, even if you are not there. Mtoto wako hawezi nyang'anywa ule urithi. Anaweza nyang'anywa shamba, mifugo, hata pesa. Lakini masomo hawezi kunyang'anywa na mtu. Kwa hivyo nataka kusema asanti kwa wazazi wote wale ambao wanawapeleka watoto shule, and I pray that God gives you the resources that you need to take your children to school. To all the candidates wenye mko hapa tunawaombea mkaweze kufanya mitihani yenu vizuri, but more importantly tunawaombea ili masomo yenu ikaweza kuleta mabadiliko katika maisha ya wanadamu. If you look at our country, and it is good always to be critical and honest. Look at our country and look at the African leadership. Our country, Kenya, and our countries in Africa are amazed by men and women who went to school. Men and women who went to school, na kawavarishwa ile kofia inaitwa aje? Mortarboard. Kavaa kofia ya kwanza ya bachelors, labda wakavaa ya pili, kavaa ya tatu. Kuna jamaa I think wa Zimbabwe alikuwa na 5. And it is so sad that when we go through school, we don't replicate, we do not reflect that transformation. So it's the challenge I have for the young ones. Please don't be like us. Be better than we are. Hawa wazazi unaona hapa, their desire is to raise children who are better than them. Kama tuliaguka, msiaguke. When our dads, the men you are seeing in this church, when these men are blessing their children, this is part of what they tell the children. 1, I bless you, my son. I bless you, my daughter, to go further than I and your mom went. That is item 1. Ya pili wanamwambia, I bless you, my son. I bless you, my daughter, to go and conquer the Goliaths that I and your mom could not conquer. Ya tatu wanamwambia, I bless you, my son. I bless you, my daughter. You go and you avoid the pits. Usiaguke yale mashimo mimi na mamako tuliaguka. Ya 4, na kubariki mwanagu, you go seek and find where I and your mom could not find. Tuko ya 5 ama ya 6? They're supposed to be 7. I bless you, my son. I bless you, my daughter, to go and be accepted where I and your mom were rejected. That is called paternal blessing. Now, dear young people, even if your mom or your dad did not give you the best, kama babako alikuagusha, usijiagushe wewe and the next generation. Please don't. On Wednesday, I have a talk for men, virtual, and the theme is the father's wound and how to navigate vidoda za mababa ambazo tumepata tukilelewa. Because I am a believer, and this is what I tell men, and I want to tell the young men here. Usijiagushe ukasema it is your dad. One day, 2 men came to my office, both doctors, one medical doctor, the other one mathematics doctor. One was drunk, kabisa inebriated. The other one hakuwa anakunywa. So I asked the drunken doctor, Why are you so drunk? It was in the morning at 8. Akaniambia, because of my dad. Then the other one, why don't you drink? Akaniambia, because of my dad. So one son admired the drinking of the dad and thought that drinking is okay, so he drinks like the dad. Kwetu tunakunywaga. Your dad, there is no man who drinks on behalf of his children. Kwa hivyo usiniambie, kwetu tunakunywaga. Kukunywa si sakramento. Na hakuna mzazi. In fact, all the men seated here, wenye walikuwa wanakunywa wakaacha, hopefully, hata wenye wanakunywa sasa, hata wenye mlitolea lock kwa mlango, the men who drink, they are so saddened when they see their sons drinking. Shida ni kwamba sisi wanaume, sometimes we don't learn. Unapata a jamaa, a young man, he grew up seeing his mother being mishandled by the dad. Na kajamaa kako 30 something, kako na bibi hapa, na kanatesa bibi the way the mother alikuwa anateswa. Sasa unashindwa, kwani huyu mtoto alipewa kichwa ya swara ama ilikuwa kichwa ya nani? How can you take through your wife what your mother was taken through? Alafu nasema unajua kwetu tunakuwa na fuse yetu inakuwa short, tukikasirika teke tunapigaga watu kwetu. Hapana. If your dad failed you, never fail yourself. Part 3, that is why you are sent to school. If your mom failed you, do not fail yourself. And please, do not fail the next generation. Please, please, please. They may have failed because of how they were raised. Be better than your dad. Be better than your mom. Usiseme, mam hakuolewa, hata mimi sitaolewa. Sasa unataka umalize miza hapa, ukibia hapa kwa kevo aduthi. Unangangana hapo, alafu unakuja hapa na katoto kabatizwe. Alafu unasema, wapi baba? Baba, ni kama aliniruka. Na hakukuruka. You believed that kwenyu hamuolewagwi. That is how ulienda kwa kevo aduthi, mukazaa na yeye. Now you are here smiling like a small goat, telling us that kwenyu mko na laana. Nani aliwaroga? Najua kwetu shosho hakuolewa, mam hakuolewa, hata mimi niko sawa, ni laana. Huo ni ujinga, si laana. There is a difference between a curse and foolishness and wrong choices. Don't fail where your mom failed, because you have a God who loves you. Do not fail where your dad failed, because you have a God who loves you. Be better than your dad in everything. Be better than your mom in everything. Please, young people, please, please. Don't repeat our mistakes. Some of us are regretting even now. The other day I went to bless a man, Hapa Karen Hospital. He has 4 sons. Na aliniambia father, the man is already dead as we speak. He was dying because of cancer, which was cigarette related. So aliniambia, tell my sons, mimi nimechagia kifo changu. Tell them to take care of their addictions. The dad knew he could have done better. So if you are smoking because your dad smokes, your dad is regretting. If you are drinking because your dad drinks, he is regretting. There is no man who would want to see his son doing worse than him. Hakuna. Hata ukiona waki-struggle, they always say, how I wish my sons never take after me. And I pray for the young people in the house, in the church today. Please be better than us. If we failed you, it's because you are weak. But we want the best for you. Be better than your parents. Their prayer, wazazi hao wako hapa, their prayer is to raise a generation that is better than them. And eventually when you get to the positions of leadership, do not again repeat what our leaders now are doing. Don't be like the sons of Solomon. Wenye walisema, babako alikuwa anawatesa kiasi kidogo tu, mimi nitawatesa, nitawapiga mijeredi. Don't do that. If our leaders are failing us, when you take positions of leadership, please don't fail us. Let us have a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift where we are becoming better by the day. Where would we want to have a 70-year-old corrupt leader, 60-year-old corrupt leader, 50-year-old corrupt leader, 40-year-old corrupt leader, and 30-year-old corrupt leader? Why? Where is transformation? How I wish that we can say, in terms of gangster edicts, Watu wa 70 wako 9.5. Watu wa 60 years wako 8.5. Watu wa 50 wako 6. Watu wa 40 wako 4. Sasa nyinyi mko 2.8 gangster index. So you're working towards 0. The young ones, that boy, that young man there. Yeah, that young man. We are looking at him to be raised into a gentleman with 0 gangster index. Where you young people are stealing, si kuiba. Kwenye mnaona mali za wenyewe na macho ya 18. Unajua kuna mwizi anaiba na kuna mwizi anatamani kuiba lakini hana nguvu. Tuseme nyinyi ndio wezi wako na tamaa lakini hamuibi. Hypothetically. That boy, even that he will not have. Even that drive. That is how to build a new generation. And I pray for you, those young ones who are here, when you become a dad, you give birth to a child who is better than you because you are already better than your dad. And your dad has tried to be better than your grandfather. That's what we can do. Finally, in our first reading, when Naaman was healed, he went to give a gift. I am so happy to hear the madam who was making the announcement here, directing us on what we can do. I want to encourage you. Support the work of evangelization. And I can tell you today, because I have done some research na nimesomesha watu katika hii dunia. Did you know that if all of us tithed faithfully, there can be no second correction, there can be no harambes. Part of the reason why we keep on kufanya mshago wa pili is because we are not very spiritually honest before God. I'm calling for your honesty. It's only God who knows. I'm calling for your honesty. And as I call for your honesty, whenever you are thinking of something good, think of yourself first, please. Because you are the best that God has brought into this world. And if that is true, if you are the best, also learn to give God the best. And the first gift you give to God is the gift of yourself. And if you give a gift of yourself as the best gift, even what you'll give as tactile offering, kama ni pesa ama mifugo ama whatever, give it from the heart. The other day we were concluding a novena for family deliverance, the ones we did. There's a lady who came to my office, niko na ofisi hapa Thika Road. And she told me that, Father, wakati tulikuwa tunafanya novena, nilimwambia Mungu akinifanyia hiki nitampatia hii. That lady had the only plot she had for her investment. A single lady, a plot that she had bought, akasema hii naipeana kwa Mungu. Of course I listened to her, nikasema this is a gift that comes from the heart. This is a gift that you receive and you give it in a double way. I didn't receive the plot that she gave to my office, but I blessed it. And she was giving a plot, and she had issues of school fees for her 2 daughters. So I told her, asanti kwa kumpatia Mungu hii plot, lakini sitaichukua because ni yako. The best gift I'm going to give you for your honesty and your faith in God, I'm going to educate one of your daughters, which I'm now doing. Starting from next year, January, I take over the masomo ya mtoto wake. She didn't know that she was preparing for that. That's how God works. Sometimes tunapeana tukishika mkono hivi. Because tunasema, wacha nijipakichie hii, kanaweza nuka. But leo tunaambiwa fungua mkono kabisa. Because mwenye alikupatia anaitwa God of more than enough. When we go to God, let's go with hands open. In fact, even if I was to ask you for money, nikuje niweka mikono hivi, mtawekelea pesa wapi? Mtakuwa mkiwekelea zinaanguka. Nawekelea zinaanguka. Lakini nikifanya hivi, na mleta noti mpya, si ile mzee. Mutaweka na zakuwa zimejaa kwa mikono yangu yote mbili. Nikishikanika tu hivyo mimi nimekuwa tajiri. Hivyo tu kimchezo tu. That's how God works. But we are going to him like this. Like this. Sasa unajua Mungu haujui mambo ya kesho, lakini yeye anatuambia ni leo. Kesho itajitumikia yenyewe. Let's go to God with our open hands. Let us do the best that we can. Whatever you ask of God, I can assure you as your priest, because I'm a believer. Whatever you ask of God, He will give you. Let's not wait for Father Mwangi to come and tell us that tunafanya hivi, tunafanya hivi, tunafanya hivi, tunafanya hivi. Uwe na msukumo kutoka kwa roho yako. And I am sure mtakuwa mkija hapa for Thanksgiving because Mungu ame come through. And I want to encourage young people. I work with the students, like almost, when I left Radio Waumini, I went to Dedan Kimathi University. And I introduced tithing for students. And I told them, every month you bring a bahasha, hata kama iko na 20 shillings. Today, wenye wako hapa kama mko Dedan Kimathi University, the bahashas that you give, that was my initiative. I believe that even our children, we can teach them to give, even if it is 1 shilling. Dear moms, dear dads, dear dad, be giving that tiny boy some small money. Hata kama ni 1,000. I know you had in mind 50 shillings. Nimesema 1,000, just in case. One day he becomes richer and better than you. God bless you, God bless you, and God bless you. And may your faith lead you to where Jesus is. And where Jesus is where your resources are. Where Jesus is where your healing is. Remain eternally blessed.